The first light of dawn breaks over the domes and minarets of Istanbul. The city, the heart of the Ottoman Empire, begins to stir. At the center of it all lies Topkapi Palace, home to the Sultan, the most powerful man in the empire. Today, we journey into a single day in his life, a day filled with rituals, responsibilities, and the weight of ruling an empire that stretches across 3 continents. The Sultan rises early, his day beginning with the call to Fajr, the morning prayer. Like all devout Muslims, he performs his ablutions before bowing in prayer, reciting verses from the Quran. For the Sultan, these moments are not only acts of worship but also a source of spiritual strength as he prepares for the challenges ahead. Once prayers are complete, he retreats briefly to his private study. Here, the Sultan reviews personal notes, reflects on state matters, or perhaps reads poetry, an art form cherished in the Ottoman court. As the city comes alive, so too does the palace. The Sultan's day moves swiftly to the council chamber, where the Divan, or Imperial Council, awaits. However, the Sultan himself often observes from behind a gilded screen, hidden but ever present. The Grand Vizier leads discussions on matters of war, trade, and governance, bringing only the most pressing issues to the Sultan's attention. The Sultan's word is final. A nod or a simple gesture can set the empire's course for years to come. Today, the council debates a critical matter: the stability of newly conquered territories. The Sultan listens intently, gauging the advice of his most trusted advisors. Justice is a cornerstone of Ottoman rule, and the Sultan is its ultimate arbiter. After the council, he may hear cases brought directly to him. These petitions, delivered by subjects of all ranks, range from land disputes to allegations of corruption. While many cases are resolved by local qadis, or judges, the Sultan's intervention in select cases ensures fairness and reinforces his role as a just ruler. His decisions are swift, informed by Islamic law and the advice of the ulama. As noon approaches, the Sultan pauses his administrative duties for the midday prayer, or duhur. Following this, he enjoys a modest meal, often consisting of dishes prepared by the palace's skilled chefs. Despite the grandeur surrounding him, the Sultan's diet is simple yet refined, with dishes like rice pilaf, roasted lamb, and fresh fruits. Meals are private affairs, often taken alone, reflecting the Sultan's reserved nature. The afternoon is reserved for a mix of responsibilities and leisure. The Sultan may tour the palace gardens or oversee inspections of the janissaries, his elite military corps. These inspections are critical, as the military is the backbone of Ottoman power. Later, he might spend time in the Harem, the private domain of the royal family. Far from being just a place of luxury, the Harem is a center of education and influence. The Sultan consults with the Valide Sultan, his mother, whose counsel often shapes court decisions. Here, surrounded by his wives and children, the Sultan balances his roles as both a ruler and a father. As evening falls, the Sultan turns to pursuits that nourish the mind and soul. The Ottoman court is a hub of culture and learning, and the Sultan is its foremost patron. Tonight, poets recite verses celebrating love and conquest, while musicians play the ney flute and oud. The Sultan himself might compose poetry or discuss philosophical ideas with scholars. These moments are not merely indulgences, but a means to reinforce the empire's cultural identity and showcase its sophistication to visiting dignitaries. As the palace quiets and the city sleeps, the Sultan retreats once more to his private quarters. The weight of empire bears heavily upon him, yet he finds solace in prayer and contemplation. By candlelight, he reviews reports from distant provinces, the intricacies of trade routes, and the ever-present threat of rival powers. His decisions tonight will shape the dawn of tomorrow. And so ends another day in the life of the Sultan, a life of immense privilege, but also profound responsibility. Beneath the splendor of his palace lies the duty to govern wisely, to uphold justice, and to secure the legacy of an empire that bridges East and West. As the Sultan drifts into a brief rest, the cycle begins anew. For tomorrow, the challenges of ruling the Ottoman Empire await once more.